Hey y'all, this is Molly K. Hope y'all are well. Gotta weigh in on the Montgomery, Alabama sweet tea party. Wasn't the Boston Tea Party, it was the Negro sweet tea party. And brothers was putting it down, sisters was encouraging the brothers. Judah was on code. And it was a beautiful sight to see. So I was totally elated because our people did what the Most High told us to do. We are supposed to defend ourselves and we're supposed to stick together. We're a tribe. We're supposed to fight together. We're not supposed to fight other people against our own people, with other people against our own people. We're supposed to fight together. And all the raccoons need to be eradicated from around us. They need to send them to their people. They want to be with the other side. Let them do what the other side do. But the Most High did not tell us to uh, allow people to beat us up and be defeated. The curses are over. It's time for Judah to rise. It's time for the brothers to do what y'all supposed to do. You're supposed to defend the tribe. Y'all get power and energy and are in order, everything gets in order. And I just believe what happened in Alabama, and it was fitting. If you've ever been to Montgomery, Alabama, it is it's an eerie place to visit. I've been to a lot of eerie places all over the South, in Richmond, Virginia, parts of Georgia, parts of South Carolina, North Carolina. I've been to some really racist places, some sundown towns. But even in the daytime, Montgomery, Alabama just has this air about it that is different. And I've gone for business. Every time I've gone for business. And the business was to do some work with law enforcement. Um, and I could tell you, every day when I got back to my hotel, I was glad to make it back. Not that anybody did anything to me or whatever, but you could just feel the segregation and the tension in the air. And it was so thick. Same way in Mobile. Like it is, if you ever watched the In Heat of the Night, it's that type of vibe in that town. And I worked with the first black sheriff of Montgomery. Um, so I got some insight. I got to meet some really nice, good black folks, some good old black people. But you could tell it's one of those places where white people still rule. And so to see that happen in Montgomery, Alabama, it let me know the spirit of oppression and depression is breaking amongst our menfolk all over this country. It was representative of so many things for me. But I was just happy that the brothers was like, no, we're not finna let one of our own go out like this. He's doing his job. It's not like he was out here starting trouble. And just to see the little young fellas get out, jump off a boat, swim to defend, this man who was his coworker. It was a beautiful thing. I will say, I need to say this because I know it's probably some agents and ops watching and listening. I do not condone violence. I do not condone anybody doing anything to anyone, especially not my people. But I am absolutely for self-defense all the time, every time, because Babylon will kill you and not think nothing about it. And if that had been any other time of the day, or if it had been a different situation where there were no people around, they would have killed that man and not thought nothing about it. All those people and those women too. So I don't want to hear nothing about no, oh well, somebody got hit in the chair with a head, hitting the head with a chair. I don't care. I don't care, because if the shoe's on the other foot, that one black man had been out there by himself trying to do his job and defend himself against all them white people. He probably been in the river, and God knows how many people are in the bottom of that river already, waiting to rise. So don't get it twisted. Self-defense. I believe in self-defense firmly. Fair. They wasn't fighting fair. They started the fight and didn't fight fair. The fight was finished fairly. And I feel as though out of that, we have been complaining for decades that we could not get a hate crime bill just for us. Everybody got a hate crime bill except for us. Well, we got our own hate crime bill. Judah made their own hate crime bill in Alabama, in Montgomery. So I'm proud of my people. I'm proud of the men folk. I'm so encouraged and inspired. I feel I wasn't even there, and I feel like we together. We on code. And this is how our people need to be at all times. Not just the children of Israel, Israelites, Yasharel, Gentiles. If y'all gonna be cleaving onto us, y'all gotta be about this life too. So it's not about saying, oh, I love the Lord and peace and kindness and good and rainbows and cookies and orange sherbet ice cream and peace, peace, peace. No, read your Bible. The Most High told us, if y'all are coming to be with us, then y'all have to also work and defend us. You have to fight with us. You have to forget about your whiteness or whatever else you are, and you're supposed to be an Israelite. So cleaving is nice, but if you're not going to obey the law, statutes, and commandments and help defend the tribe when the tribe is in trouble, you ain't one of us. You something else. You lukewarm and you need to move on. But when it comes to our people need to be on code at all times. Ladies, same thing. You might not can't fight a man, but you hear how those women were encouraging those brothers? That's what we need to be doing for our men folk. We need to be encouraging them. And if you have to, sometimes you might have to intervene because it might be an old cracking Karen or old dirty back Becky who is harassing our brothers. And, sometimes them women will push. You saw how that woman pushed that black guy in the video. I'm not playing the video because it's been played so much. I don't want to play it. I want to play it, but I don't want to play it. But that woman in that blue dress in the beginning of the altercation, where the black guy was going to get her, I guess, her man, and she gets in between them and she pushes him. Like, these women, these white women, they defend their men, and we be standing around like letting our men take it. No, we are supposed to intervene too. Our men, we're supposed to be equal. No man should be fighting no woman if he's a decent man. And if you are with a man, or if you are in the presence of one of our men, Israelite man, and he is having a problem with a Karen or a Becky, we are supposed to intervene. And I make it my business to, if I'm someplace and if a brother look like he is having a problem, I'm hanging around, gray hair and all, about that life with my pocketbook on my back, on my chest. And I'm asking, so are you good? You good? We good? Okay. You sure? All right. I'm just checking. You sure? Before I walk off, because I want him to know he's not by himself. Now, I'm not talking about, hanging around these old crazy kids who out here wilding in the streets and doing all mannerism of everything. But I'm talking about brothers who out here upstanding, minding their own business, and then folks just coming out of the blue all wrong and inappropriate and racist. Yes, we are supposed to stick together. And I hope that moment in Montgomery set the stage and set the tone for our people moving forward. Everybody's inspired. People got memes and people are laughing and talking about it. But a lot of people are inspired. And sadly, it took younger people to be like, I'm tired. We're not going to take this. We're going to stick together. This is how we're supposed to be. So that raccoon class of folks who won't fight nobody, so busy trying to be boule and don't want to, inspire and encourage the people to defend themselves, teaching wrong like Babylon teaches, sounding like Rome in the Christian church. We don't need those people. Now, they going to come along after because they're cowards. They will come along after they see enough of the young folk being about that life. Same with the sister, the women. The women are going to be the same way. They're going to be all boule and not want to do nothing until they see the younger sisters or the women who are, pro Israel, B1, FBA, ADOS, and are like, no, we for our people, and I'm riding for my people. If a brother in distress, I'm there. If a sister is in distress, I'm there. If children are in distress and they're around me, it's my responsibility to make sure they're okay. And that's how I've always operated. But it's nice to see more people finally getting it. They're seeing this is the end of Babylon. There is no covering for us. There are no protections for us. We do not have any safety nets. We are the safety net we're looking for. Our men are the security that we need. That's all we need. If you look in the Bible and you see all those stories when the children of Israel were women, women, you know why these people are so afraid of us? Because one, they know who we are. And they know if we cry out and we are obeying those laws, statutes, and commandments, it could be 70,000 of them and 300 of us. The Most High will give us supernatural powers to whoop anything that confronts us. It has happened time and time again in the Bible. You can see where we were always outnumbered and we were obedient and in order and doing what we were supposed to do. It didn't matter if we didn't have nothing but slingshots and swords and sticks and knives and whatever else you want to call whatever else they had. If that's all we had and they had better stuff, we Most High was in us, working through us, and we was whooping up on everybody. We had folks running like crazy, but when we are disobedient, when we are out of order, when we are worshiping other folks as gods, when we are dealing with strange women and strange men and fornicating and doing all that kind of other stuff and unrepentant, we're going to lose every time. And so one thing I love about this awakening, since we've been praying corporately and looking out for our brothers and sisters and being more vocal about, opening our eyes and giving us discernment and just bringing us together, you can see it. It's happening on the continent. It's happening here. You see it happening in little pockets everywhere. But you can also sense that Babylon is getting scared. Babylon knows their time is up. So they're going to be coming for us. They're going to be coming for us a lot. But we got our own grassroots national hate crime law passed unanimously with this white chair that was slammed a couple times on folks in Montgomery, Alabama at the Alabama Sweet Tea Party. But never let it be said that we did not ask politely and nicely for justice and mercy before we decided to defend ourselves. So we live in a place that does not recognize justice for us, that does not respect mercy on us. And so as we exit, we're going to have to defend ourselves. And brothers, I want y'all to not be afraid, because when y'all are not afraid, then we're not afraid. I ain't afraid anyway, but There are some of us who are cowards and or they think that you just got to be nice all the time and God love everybody. No, God don't love everybody. He explicitly states he don't love everybody. And he ain't always nice. He have wrath in him. He coming back to destroy this whole earth because it's so messed up. So where folks get this nice religion and this nice stuff from, got to be nice. No, we don't have to be nice. If we are made in Yah's image, then Yah also has enemies. Yah has principalities and people he don't deal with because they're not of him. They don't live like him. They don't respect him. They're not of him, and he don't want us to be affiliated with them, because when we're affiliated with them, we end up not focusing on him and not doing what we're supposed to do. We don't obey those laws, statutes, and commandments, which is why we are here in the belly of the beast right now. So in order for us to get out of here, we got to come together corporately. Those of us who are on the same page, those of us who are understanding who we are, obeying the Most High, those laws, statutes, and commandments. We are repenting daily. We are praying for our brethren all over the world scattered. We are doing everything in our power to end this torment, because being here every day is torture. I hate every day that I wake up and I'm living in, a big old Ponzi scheme. It's getting harder to live. We're living, once you read the Bible as an Israelite and you understand how we're supposed to live, you don't want to live here. You don't want to live like this. You don't want to be stressed and have to struggle and try to squirrel away your stuff to keep it from being stolen and figure out ways to keep from being scammed. And it's just unfortunate. So, to me, this is just another aspect of the awakening. They're awakening on the continent. All that stuff that's going on the continent is coming here. It started there first. It's going to end here because we're here. And so what we have to do is be ready. I feel as though this incident is going to be a catalyst for a lot of backlash. There's going to be retaliation. And y'all know the pilgrims hate seeing themselves getting jumped on. And even though they started it, even though they were wrong, even though they provoked it, Babylon caters to them and allows them to do things to us. So brothers everywhere got to be careful. Your children got to be careful. I don't care how small they are. Women, we got to be careful. We are on our way out of here. But on the way out is the most dangerous time. It's like when you're trying to escape your kidnapper or you're trying to escape your domestic abuser and you've been with them for a long time. So you got to plan and plot. And I'm not telling you nothing, I'm telling you what I've experienced myself with my first husband. I was very young, 18 years old, but he was violent and I had a child. And so I had to plot how I was going to leave that relationship because he had threatened to kill me and take my baby. And my baby was just a few months old. So, can you imagine someone, I'm 18, he's 21, 22, threatening to harm me because I want to leave, because I don't want to be in a relationship and be beat anymore. I don't want to be controlled. I don't want my money taken. I don't want to have every word I say monitored. I don't want to be told what I can wear and where I can live, what I can eat. I was tired of all that. I feel like this is that we're in that phase. If you've ever been in a domestic violence relationship, if you've ever been in a relationship and you're at the tail end of it and it was a bad relationship and you got to figure out how are you going to leave, because one, it's going to be violent, but two, the other person controls all the money. When I was married, my husband controlled all the money when I was young. And I was trying to do everything in order. But, with the wrong person, you put yourself in a bad situation. And so I was in a situation like that. And when I figured out, I sat down and he would go to work, I'd be sitting down. When we didn't work the same shift, I'd be sitting down. This is what I'm going to do. I got to hide these clothes. I got to do this. Then hide the clothes. That means you got to pack a go bag. Make sure you don't tell nobody what you're doing. That means you got to keep your mouth closed. Can't tell people where you're going, what you're doing. It means you got to squirrel away a little money. It means you got to take some money out of the ATM, take some money out of the bank and put it in your little go bag and put a little bit here, put a little bit there, maybe hide some in a jar in the bushes, in a hole, something. You got to do some stuff to leave your abuser. That is where we are as a people. And you might have to fight, because I know I had to fight to get out. I had to call my daddy. And even with that, I'm 18 and I'm trying to handle stuff myself and get out of this mess I got myself into. And I had put my husband out because he was on drugs. He was young, but he was on drugs. He was violent. So I called the police, and the police came and got him. And they, back in those days, it was in the 90s, they put him out around the corner, and he came back, no justice, and jumped on me again. And at that time, we were separated, but he was trying to come back. But in the process of trying to come back, he was trying to be violent because I was standing my ground and like, no, I don't want to get back together. I don't want you here. I don't want to be with you. And he was like, you're going to be with me or I'm going to kill you. So I was like, okay, you can come back. Go get your stuff. We're going to be together forever. We're going to live happily ever after. We're going to be in love. So there was peace for 5 minutes. But I called my daddy. And my daddy answered the phone. Rarely does he not answer the phone. But he answered the phone this day. And he had just come back from fishing. And I was like, Daddy, my husband, he jumped on me. And I got a knot on my head. And he said he was going to kill me. And he did all these things. And within 15 minutes, my daddy arrived on the scene with my husband in tow. Jacked up. My daddy was good and grown and old. I mean, like 50. And my ex-husband was like 20 something. He was 21, 22. And so he was trying to leave, escape. He didn't have a car. He was walking to the bus stop. My dad got there in time enough to catch him standing at the bus stop. My dad got out of his car, jacked him up, threw him in his car, dared him to try to get out, brought him back to the house, called the police, and waited till the police came and they took him off to jail. And that is how I got justice on that day. But the point of the story is I had to call my daddy. I had to cry out to my father in order for me to get justice. I had to cry out to my father to come and rescue me. I couldn't do it by myself. I did not have the power. I did not have the strength. I couldn't fight that battle alone. I had tried. I wasn't successful. But when I called my daddy came for me. And when Judah, Israelites, Yasharel, we them people, when we call our daddy, when we cry out to him, when we turn away from our wicked ways and get tired of living in the belly of the beast, when we get tired of being bopped upside our head, having our money taken, being held hostage, being treated bad, and nobody know. And everybody sees it, but everybody pretends they don't see it. When you get tired and fed up and you start crying out, your daddy is coming. If you got a daddy and he's a good daddy, he's coming. And the same with us, Israelites, Yasharel, Judah. If we get on one accord and cry out, Our daddy is coming. And he's coming. He's letting us know now. I'm working it out for y'all. I'm working it out. I see y'all. I hear y'all. But I need more of y'all to get on one accord. I don't want all my children to perish. And so we must continue to cry out. We must continue to repent and seek forgiveness, turn away from our sins. We must lift up our brothers. We must pray for our men because everything begins and ends with our men. If our men are not well, if our men are not in order, if our men are in distress and doing all mannerism of everything, living any kind of way, living foul, they only delay our deliverance. And so everything begins and ends with our men. So brothers, if you are listening to me, y'all need to get it together. Sisters, same for us. We need to get it together. We need to get our attitudes adjusted. We need to learn how to get in order and follow. We need to leave these Babylonian female ways alone because they do not serve us. They are the ways of the heathen, and we ain't getting nowhere following these people. We going someplace, but it ain't gonna be with y'all. We just got a lot of work to do as a community, but I see us getting on code on the continent and here. I see us getting on code even in the Caribbean and in other nations. It's like everybody is waking up, but I think what's going on in Africa is spiritual more than anything. And what's happening here with our people, especially our young people who are like we're not the raccoons that our grandparents were and our parents were. We different. We see. We not going out like that. It's time for our people to come together and wake up. We don't need a law passed to protect us. Excuse me, because we have the Most High. He gonna protect us, and we can protect ourselves through Him. So be encouraged, be inspired, be wise as a serpent in this hour, and understand that just like the Most High is working, the adversary is working as well. He's doing his part to get these old pilgrims stirred up so they can have the civil war that they want to have so bad. And that's a part of the agenda, y'all. They got to stir this racial animosity up amongst us and them folks, or everybody, because there's a confederacy formed against us. But everybody is going to hate us. They're going to hate us until the Most High reveals who we are. So we got to keep our heads on a swivel. We got to be prepared at all times. We got to sell our coats so we can get us some swords, some slingshots, some Snicker bars, and some folding chairs. We got to do what we must to survive. But make no mistake, the Most High did not intend for us to be cowards. He did not intend for us to allow folks to murder us in the streets for no reason at all, except for they can, because they're evil and wicked. The Most High meant for us to protect ourselves. He meant for the men to protect the women and the children and the tribe. We're a tribe. Let us act like a tribe. We are the chosen people. And in order for us to remain, we got to protect ourselves. So don't worry if we got a hate crime law. We got folding chairs, baby. And we got strong black men who tired. So with that said, this is Marley K. I'm proud of our people. I'm inspired. I'm encouraged. And I pray for this awakening. I pray that our men wake up. And I pray that our sisters wake up. And I pray that people just begin to obey those laws, statutes, and commandments. We come together. We cry out corporately. we cry out individually, and we do what we need to do so that we can get out of this place, because I'm tired. We're all tired. But some of us are excessively tired, and I am one of those people. So keep up the good work, y'all. Keep on praying corporately, because things are going to work out in our favor. I'm praying for our protection. I'm praying for the protection of all our men, because everything begins and ends with them. Those who are in Yah and those who have not awakened yet. The awakening must continue, so we must be patient and allow our brethren to wake up and see the light. But I know time is running out. So, brothers, y'all keep on waking up the brothers, and I'm going to keep doing my part. And sisters, y'all keep doing y'all part as well. We got to be a team to get up out of here. We came as a team. We're going to leave as a team. All right. This is Marley K. Please like this video, share it, and subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell notification so that you will be notified each and every time I make a new upload. Go to the description section and click on the links to subscribe to my Odyssey and my Rumble channels in the event that this channel is taken down. Also consider following me on social media. I do not post there regularly on Instagram and Facebook, but if I am booted, I will put you up a white flag to let you know I'm incarcerated, or if I'm banned permanently. Lastly, if you'd like to support the channel, please consider supporting. Links are in the description. It is not required, but I do appreciate all support that I receive. I know you do not have to, but it is, greatly appreciated. A lot of people are taking their time and doing research to warn our people about all the things that are coming down the pipe. And we're not syndicated. We don't get millions of advertising dollars. We don't sell your information so we can get paid for clicks and monitor you. We just regular old folks doing what we do because we love our people. So when you support us, we feel loved. So I appreciate anybody and everybody that supports this channel in any way, even with a like or share. I appreciate you. All right. This is Marley K. Go to Walmart and get y'all some of them white chairs. Keep them chairs in your house. Keep them everywhere. Keep them in your car. Keep them next to the door. Keep them in the garage. Just keep them, because you never know when you might need to give somebody a wake-up call. All right, this is Marley K, and I'm out.